Hey everybody, my name's Eric. I'm making a game. It's called the Godkiller. I don't know why, but I've got a little lilt on the end of my sentence. Like I'm turning Irish. And I'm not Irish at all. Fuck you! Fuck you! Okay, this game I'm making, it's called the Godkiller. And it's a 3D top-down puzzle-solving adventure game, and I'm going to demo it. I'm going to demo recent progress. That's what I do at the beginning of each stream. If you don't want to watch me work, which is part 2, just watch the beginning of the stream. I'll demo what I did recently, and you can just partake of that without getting deep into the strange ways that my mind works while I'm doing my project. So demo. Then coding. Let's do a demo. Demo. Alright, so I made these things called bystanders. Bystanders. You may know them as NPCs. I don't like the word NPC. I just bystander. It's got 3 syllables, just like NPC. And it has more quality to it. Like it's got more meaning to it, inherent to the word itself as a member of the English language than NPC. NPC is like, who people who are into gaming would know what an NPC is. Anyways, so there's these. Never mind that. There's these models here. Alright, now they're all facing the same way, they all look the same way right now. That's going to change. Okay. So loud. Why is it got to be so loud? Okay. So, like these characters, they'd be around to advance story, to provide a little bit of mood. Like you got a bustling city full of people walking around, that kind of thing. Okay, and believe me, there's not going to be any dialogue trees. There's not going to be like the walk up to every single person and they're going to tell you about their missing dog and assign you a side quest. It's not. I don't like that kind of thing. But I do want some characters to just pepper some of the levels with to handle some things. Okay, so there's a bunch more down here. I'll go over and check them out, I guess. I just dropped a whole bunch down. So I kind of wanted to do a playful thing in this demo. I'm just going to do the other kind of interaction you can have with them at this point, which is pushing. They'll start running away from me after I push them. I just pushed 4 of them. Now they're off far away, running away from me right now. Let's do one where you can kind of see what they do better. See, they're all running away. Run. Alright, let's get them all going. And they'll tend to get stuck in a corner until you get on the same line as them. And then they say, oh, well, let's move someplace that's not on the same line as you. And off they run. Can you ever catch them? Not quite. Not unless there's a dead end. A corner by itself won't be enough to catch them most of the time. So dark here, though. Whoa, there's a whole bunch. I don't know if this running away behavior is going to be appropriate for every single bystander on every single level. I can make more than one type of behavior, but this is for now as the default. Let's see. See how many I can get all in one place. But the other three corners are pretty dark, so maybe I should try to get them all in the southeast corner where it's light. I'll try that. This is kind of a pointless task. So what am I going to do today? No, I want you to be all in one corner. This really is a waste of time. I'm just being self-indulgent at this point. Have I herded them? As soon as I go down, they'll all start running up. All right. I have probably enough of this. This is not... they do look cool when they're just all doing stuff in a giant group, I gotta admit. Alright, enough of that. I can make them look cooler. There's some untapped potential here, built into the model that Isak sent me. So these models... they have so many things that can be customized to give each one an individual look. I can customize the sex. It can be male or female. It's kind of nice to get them up close so you can see them a little bit better. Although this is not the type of view you'd get in the game. The top that she or he is wearing, there's like 8 different variations. The bottom, similar variations. Shoes, hands, eyes, hair, mask, skin color. All those things can be varied. But if I was just going to take like each model and sort of change it by hand, pretty slow going. So what I want, you see all these different options. Each one you have to hide something and unhide something else. Show, I guess, is the word for it. Okay, now she's got different shoes. Alright, now she's wearing a skirt. Stuff like that. Okay, so what I want to do is make an inspector or a component for the bystander character. I should say just add to okay, I'll make a component. Hey Z, make a component for the bystander character that allows me to set the different options pretty simply, and I'll actually add a randomize button. They'll just pick some. They'll click that randomize button and it'll just pick some for me, give me like a different looking character. So if I want to have a whole crowd of these people and just have them look fairly natural, I can set them up real quick with the inspector. Yeah, Z, how'd you do on your web project yesterday? Where you had like some layout problems to solve with the flashcards. Cool. Is it the same code pin? Maybe I could just I could go and look at it real quick. Maybe. I mean, I don't have to if you felt like it. Here we go. Cool. No. You went with different colors. Yeah. See? Good option. And now I can learn Korean. Finally. I was waiting for this. What was it? Oh yeah, it fades. It fades in. It's not just like a straight switch. Very nice. Huh. Interesting. I'm gonna go look at the HTML. Okay, you got spans in between that show it as a word, and in your CSS you've probably got some declarations around the spans when they're inside of a sentence container. Oh, you're just doing general on the spans. Yeah, no, this is pretty clean. It's pretty good. If you enlarge this, start adding more stuff into your UI, I'd say you may want to have your declaration go against a class instead of just like the general span, because if you have more than one span then maybe it messes it up. But anyway, so you were just getting your layout right, so I'm way too early with those kinds of suggestions. But yeah, nice animation. No, it looks good. Oh, using Firebase. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, very cool. Alright. Let me get my bystander going. Yeah. You're on the path. So let me think. Alright, so let's think about each option and make some props for it. Okay, so let's take a look. Should have a 0 option. Okay. 0 means no eye covering. It's annoying that each time I command tab back to Unity, it's got to recompile, even though I didn't save it. Alright, so if that's what it's going to do, maybe I'll just get smart and take notes about the different options before I make code changes. I should just keep it all in the same range. 0 to 2, 0 to 3. I was a little on the fence about having these giant hands for women, but I actually think when they're so small in the rendering, it's helpful to see those giant Giant hands. Oh, I see. Those are like gloved hands. Another kind of gloved hand. Another kind of gloved hand. Okay. Feet. Okay, then mask. If I'm taking notes, I should also maybe take notes on the different options here. So let's do it this way. Get the text exactly right. Crowd foot. I like it. Little scarf thing. Okay, this one is mask A. Okay, none. Mask A. Is that right? Mask A. Okay. Okay, so then male versus female. Okay, so that's male, female. Yeah, it occurs to me what I could do is delete the game objects I don't need from the prefab. It would require me to unpack the prefab. Okay, so I could do that. Could add like a prune button on the inspector. You click prune and then it says whatever options you've got picked now, we're going to make them permanent. We'll unpack the bystander and then just delete anything that's not actually going to be used. And then I won't have to sweat about having extra geometry in my models that's unused. Okay, so let's see, back to the male. Crowd top 1 through 3, hair 1 through 4. Okay. Female options are different. Crowd legs 1F. Alright, now that I've got, this is kind of a silly thing, but all I did is just made a copy of all the information because I know that every time I make any change to the source code and then I go back to the Unity editor, it's going to wait for like 7 seconds or something to just show me. So if I can avoid going back and forth, it'll save me several minutes of time, I think. So I'm thinking about this a little bit. So there's common options, and then there's the male versus female options. I don't want to do a real complicated, nice inspector interface. Just something that works will be fine. So let's take all the common stuff. There's a way to like group a bunch of options together. Group section. No, I did it elsewhere. I probably did it under main object. Yeah, this is a header. me the thing that is gonna... Don't know why it's erroring in the other file. Okay. What do you need? Unity engine, system collections. It's going to be Unity specific. What's the error? What? Oh, it doesn't like that I put it in front of an enum. Is that it? Okay, cool. And here it doesn't like that I don't have anything underneath of it yet. So that's easily dealt with. Okay, so let's do mask next. Okay, and then what else? For common, hands and feet. Hands is 4 options, 0 to 3. Feet, same thing. Okay, and the male specific options. So we say top, hair. Here I'm trying to go top to bottom on all these things. 4 options for hair. Okay. That's a little weird. I don't know why you didn't do that for others. I could do it on those ones too. I kind of like that formatting. That was kind of cool. I like that. But I will keep the header on a separate line. Okay, so the next thing is top. I'm going to have 3 options for top. Last one's legs. Men have 2 options for legs. Okay, I'll just do female. Okay, so for hair, 4 options. Top, 4 options. Well, since there's 3 options for hair for either male or female, I can put that up in the comment section. Is that right? Hair. Wait a minute, no, I got confused. Male hair has 4 options. Female hair, 2 options. Okay, in the top, 3 options for male, 4 options for female. Okay. Legs, 2 options for male, 3 options for female. Okay, then let's see. No. Pattern I've learned is never to do any changes to the scene inside of onValidate. Technically you should be able to, but it causes weird undocumented problems depending on what exactly you try to do. The things that don't work or cause errors, they're generally not documented. You just see a warning message. So what does it say? Apply equals true. And also, there's another thing I learned I gotta do. If application is plain, for equals true, and then it's gonna. Okay. Then in the update, I can make all kinds of changes to the scene, and there's not going to be an issue. So I say if apply equals false. Okay. If randomize. One more I want to do is rotation. Or let's say facing. Or facing direction. I don't think I'm going to write prune in this session. Alright. Okay, let me think about it. What's the best way to do this? I'll make this a more descriptive name because it's a little bit. It's a little bit dangerous. Not dangerous, but it's like you can't go back. You'd have to just drop a brand new object onto the scene if you wanted to go back. So let's call this. Okay, that should at least compile. So let me see what the inspector looks like. Hopefully reasonable. Yeah, I should be able to remove this guy. So when I'm done, as I move these sliders, it's going to show different options. I also need some kind of baseline setup for the model so it doesn't look crazy. I could just do that in the prefab though. Let me think though. Female, west, okay. Mask, yeah. Alright, this is going to work. Apply options. I want to do something like let's make some methods that I can use pretty quickly. I can say hide let's say, what's the name of it? Female. Okay. If sex equals sex male, hide female, show male, else So Z, this thing I'm doing here is a little bit controversial. So if you take any classes on programming, like in school, college, whatever, they'll start chastising you for making long functions. Generally, it's a good practice. Don't make long functions. Break them up into smaller functions, etc. But in my opinion, there's some cases where there's no value in refactoring logic that's inside of the function. So this apply options is going to be a giant function. Let's see, show path. Can't be static. It's gotta be. this, I'm just going to go through and every single option I'll hide or show inside of here. Okay. Okay. Male versus female. And then, let's see. Say I 0 through 2. I guess I should move this all down. Okay, I should do eyes. Delete those. Feet. I just want this to be more compact. Okay, hands. One through four. Crowd, hand, 1 through 4. Davey, good to see you, man. I'm working on making an inspector or a component that shows in the inspector that will let me change all the different options for these NPC or bystander characters. So they've got all kinds of different clothing combinations, and I just want these little doodads to help me set them real quick, so I can just make a giant crowd of them. If you see any ladies here that you're interested in, you know, maybe I could set you up on a date. They're all from Brazil, though, just so you know. So you have to speak Portuguese. Hands, let's see, eyes, mask, and keep this going from top to bottom. Down. Mask A or B. Okay. Mail options. If sex equals sex male, hair. Female hair. Oh, I should allow for baldness too. Let's change this to allow for baldness. 4 options. Or 5 options. Okay, and then 3 options for female. Three options. It's gonna be. Oh no, I'm on. I keep forgetting. Okay, male. This is male hair. Male hair's got 5 options. And it should be. Well. I don't know, man. Yeah, the thing is, like, you sound really final about it, like there was a building, and you burned it down, and that building was game development. I mean, why not just say, I'm gonna take a break from it. Maybe I'll be interested in it again. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe yes or no. You sound so final. That was the only thing that was weird. But other than that, it made total sense to me. Of course, I mean, you were doing it for like a year or so I understand you could kind of get burned out. But the one thing that would always kill me, and I tried to snap the link of caring about it, was getting attention for what you're doing. That's fucking hard for everybody. Like, it's so hard to get anybody to pay attention to any creative output. I've got some animations I made that, I spent like maybe an average of 100 hours on each one of them. And I don't know, I thought they were pretty good. Hardly ever got any views on them, but I was hoping I could get a little thing going. People be checking in on what the latest animation is I'm releasing. Just didn't work out. But yeah, I don't know. It's not. For myself, I gotta find some things where, like, I'm still enjoying it even if nobody's paying attention. Okay, so it's female hair. Oh, okay. Hair 5 to hair 6. Okay. No, I keep on thinking it's female because I got this line here, but this is the male section. So it's male hair +1, and that should produce. Oh, it's got to be friggin' 0 in front of it. Okay, 0. Yeah, Davey, the other thing is I gotta be careful about being a little presumptuous about talking to you about these things. Clearly, you've got a little bit of emotion behind it, and we've been talking for a long time. It feels like I've got like a idea of who you are, but a lot of the information's been flowing in one way, and I get like a little bit of info from you, so I know a little bit about you, but I can be presumptuous at times. Yeah, I understand. Been there. Crowd top 1 to 3. Okay. Legs, not bottom. Okay, legs 1 to 2. Yeah, Davey. I'll see you around. Nothing wrong with a good rant either. I think 22% of my brain is just rants. Okay, so that should do male. And I gotta do the same thing for female, but I'm just repeating what I already did above with different indexes and paths. So for hair, three options, and allowing for baldness. It's going to be hair 05 to 6. Okay. Plus 4. So if I'm on 1, then it'll be hair 05. If I'm on 2, it'll be hair 06. Good. So this is female hair. Female. Okay, top. Get rid of all those. Okay, this is 1F to 3F. Did I do the top already? Did the hair. Did the legs. I didn't do the top. So it's 1 to 4 for the top. Ah! No, wrong one. Oh wait, no. What? Did I change the wrong ones? God damn it. Oh god. Alright. Take all these. I think put them up there, but I have to double check them all. Also, I kind of wonder, can I put like a constant here? That'd be very cool if I could. So I can say const int I option count. Equals 2. Oh, I can do that. Oh, that's going to help me out a lot. Okay, this is good. This is going to make things a lot drier, meaning don't repeat yourself. Const and mask option count equals 2. Can do -1. I can. Okay, because technically it's 3. It's 3 here. Okay, so that's a good question. That's a good question. You gotta have some organization to it all. And now, do you mean all of the code inside of one source code file, or do you mean all of the code in the whole project? Yeah. So the truth is, it's hard. And just a moment ago, I was thinking I'm having a hard time keeping track of, you know, like what all these values should be. So putting them in some kind of constant so I can reuse the same variable in multiple places where it needs to be used is good. There is kind of a default organization that I use. At the top of the class, I'll have typically things are in the order that they're needed. So before I can declare this variable down here with the variable type sex, I have to define it up above. Now, I don't need to do it in that order. The compiler will let me put it in other orders, but sorting things by the order that they're needed in is one way to kind of quickly go to the place where things are. So I know if I'm here looking at this line of code, I go, where is sex defined? I know I have to go up, because things tend to be above me if I needed them before I could accomplish whatever is below. The other thing is there's conventions, like if I put a little hyphen thing underneath of it, that means it's a private function. It's not exposed outside of the rest of the class. Anything outside of this class can't use it. So there's a lot of conventions that kind of help. A lot of templatizing. And then there's that principle of dry, don't repeat yourself, which is helpful as well. So instead of having all this code here there's some code that would like take specific objects in the scene and hide them. And I found myself writing that enough times that I refactored it into this utility method that gets called. So it's a collection of techniques and conventions like that. And the truth is I struggle a little bit, even with my own code, to remember where everything is in something that's, just a few hundred lines of code. And I keep on kind of changing my mind about how I want to name these. All right. Oh, before I delete that, I want to put this variable. Okay, this is starting to get good. Let's junk this. Let's use my constants here, because they'll help me from making mistakes. So we'll say I less than let's count. And when I write my randomization code, I'll get to use these constants one more time. Just take each one of these. Oh, facing direction, that's another one. Let's just come back to that one though. Okay, so sex. Okay, first I gotta do system random, so let's do static random equals new random. Okay, and that's going to complain about ambiguity. Okay, cool. Okay, so if random next 0 1 equals 0. Let's see, do this. Sex equals home, sex male, sex female. Okay. All the other ones. Facing direction. Next one. Eyes. Next one, mask. Hands. Feet. Male hair. stop. Okay. I pretty much know that I'm going to have some errors here, so I might as well just write some better logging. Child equals null. Yeah, it's just impossible that I didn't make some kind of mistake with all this. Alright, somebody's at my front door. It's probably package delivery, but I'm trying not to get my packages stolen, so I'm going to run down and check it out. Be right back. Just 2 minutes. Back to work. Okay, so I had some code already that performed the rotation. I just wanted to find out where it was. This one, I think. Piece effect, util, move and rotate. Huh, okay. Let's see if I can get what I need out of here. Oh yeah, I can just call this one rotate and then pass in a direction. And okay, so this is piece effect util. And Z, here's an example. So I just wrote like a new function, or at least I haven't made the function yet, but I'm gonna make this function. So where would I place it? It doesn't have to be in a real specific spot. It just has to be above. It has to be above this function, because then I'll know that, like, if I ever need to find something, I gotta go up. It should get declared before it gets used. It's not needed by the compiler. Now JavaScript, on the other hand, would force you to do that if you have certain options set. Like in Webpack, or is it Babelizer or Webpack? Yeah, anyways. It's good practice. Just put like functions that are dependent on others ahead of their declaration, or their usage, I mean. Okay, so let's say switch. This is going to be direction. Let's see how it does. It's probably going to mess up real bad. Don't mess. Alright, I might as well just run it the first time in the debugger, because it's almost certainly gonna screw up. Hey! Drifter, I've not seen you in a while. Glad to see you drop in. Yeah, I don't know. Drifter, it's like my... Well, that's probably good for getting work done. I guess as the years go by, I get humbler and humbler about what I can keep in my head. And I try to push as much out of it as I can. But you're right. You're right. These things on our shoulders are powerful, particularly when you train them. Alright, let's see. Run debugger. Yeah. So I'm gonna see. Okay, cool. Yeah, how's what I know you've, like so many people you've got that I talk to on the stream, you've got multiple projects going on. Like what's your active projects right now? You doing that like game text engine thing or? That should be fine. So what is eyes? Eyes is 1. Okay, let's see. That apparently was not good. Alright. So, good night, fine. Go at IA. Oh, it's gotta go under one more. I forgot about that. Okay. It's gonna be eye, foot, hands. Eye, foot, hands, mask. Okay. So, well, now Drifter's here. I'm really gonna step up my my code game. Like he's got more experience. He'll see all the stupid stuff I'm doing. Gotta be careful now. Being overwhelmed by the complexity of like the dependencies, like the giant library and everything. Yeah. Path is IA. Dang it. I thought that would have worked. Okay. Is it? Maybe it's A. That really looked right to me. Okay. Oh, I think I'm using the wrong separate. So much backend and how Microsoft laid things. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, Microsoft has had some of the most over-abstracted APIs I've ever seen. I mean, I remember so many weird over-abstracted things like telephony API. I'm thinking like back in the 90s. What else? Ole. Like Ole automation. Again, my history is like decades past, but they had like some e-commerce API I looked into, and it was like, what are you even talking about? This complicated pipeline thing, and you're like abstracting the pipeline for all the states. It was just a monstrosity. Al is probably the most foul. And see, I'm out of touch with the MS world, so I don't even know what Al is, but yeah, I do know their history of creating crazy APIs. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so could not find Go at IIA. I think I just used the wrong separator here. I think that's it. Jesus. What the hell? Okay, I gotta go into this one. See what's going on over there. So this is going to be the top level parent transform, and the path. Oh. Oh, that, okay, cool. I called the wrong API. I said by name, I should have said by path. I made multiple errors here. It's just calling my own code that I'm making errors. Okay. Finally. Okay. Now there's some chance of it actually doing something. Alright, let's hit play and see what fails. Yeah, I mean that's why I've been trying to be good about fixing any bugs I know about before going on to new work. I think it's saving me from, I mean, it's just a general practice, a lot of programmers have it, but I think it's saving me from getting buried in the complexity. I just make sure I fix the bugs. Most of the code now is pretty trustworthy, which is good. And there are some modules I've been able to forget about. Just they're in the done pile. They haven't caused me any issues. But yeah. Let's see. So it's saying feet, crowd foot 1 it couldn't find. So that's because it's foot, not feet. Okay. Yeah, I got my little backlog here. Try not to let too many bugs jump in here. Oh yeah, I finished this one. Now it's done. So these are some pretty trivial ones. Some of the stuff it's not bugs, it's enhancements. Yeah, kind of like the idea. I'll just put bug in front to distinguish. Put bug there. Bug. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I've got like maybe 3 known bugs right now. Yeah, I try to just fix them as I see them. Okay, feet. This foot. So I got down to here. That's pretty cool. Well, you got a lot of stuff going on. If I can ask a personal question, are you like in a are you like unemployed right now? Like I mean, are you kind of like in a hiatus type of a stage, like with COVID and everything? A lot of people are. So I think I hid a lot there. Okay, I should see what all is showing and hiding. Maybe a good way to do it is I'll say debug log showing plus huh. Yeah. Right, right. Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking. Like, I've got the nice job now, and you know, it feels pretty secure, but like it could change real fast. I don't know what's coming up. It might be a full depression. I don't mean psychologically, I mean economically. It's hard to say. Trying to save some money, keep some savings. You know, keep my job. Tech isn't going away. It's just like a lot of waves, you know, and there might be a little game of musical chairs in the future where there's more techies looking for jobs than jobs, and that I would not look forward to. Been in that before, and you have too, I'm pretty sure, since you're about the same age as me. That's right, that's what I'm talking about. I do remember that period. I remember I just wanted a job, and I had an interview for a temporary job at Microsoft, and I was way overqualified for it. But I just wanted a job. Just give me a job. I'll do good work for you, Microsoft. And the guy says, where do you see yourself in 3 years from now? And I answered honestly, and I said, well, I figured the economy will probably adjust back to where it was, and then I'll do work like I was doing previously. And then, not getting that job. Not getting that temporary crap job. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that too. Alright, yeah, I remember that. And then at the height of the dot-com bust, when like all my tech friends were out of work, except maybe like two, you know, a friend of mine said, we got this thing where you can basically outsource yourself. So I moved to Paraguay for 3 months at reduced pay to work on a job for an American company. And everything was cheap in Paraguay, so it wasn't a bad deal to go there and make less money and then just not have as much of an expense. And we got to live in this little villa, a little hacker camp. There was like maybe 6 of us or so, and the place where we worked was the place where we lived. It was kind of cool. It was kind of fun for 3 months to do it, and if that was the model of working, though, that's not a good life. Yeah, like if it went on for a long time, I'd be like, no, this is not good. But it was fun for 3 months. Got to see a whole bunch of stuff. Got to exercise my Spanish a bit, which is more fun for me than the people listening to it. But yeah, I remember lean times. I remember a little bit of a panic in the gut around that. How am I going to make a living here? I hope we don't have to go through it again. Look, you're saying you're looking forward to moving back to the cities, or you're looking to move back? You want to move back to the city? Yeah, I don't know. Like we might be in a new work from home economy. Thing is, there's a lot of companies that they've just said we're just going to be virtual from here on out. It doesn't even matter if the pandemic is over with. So if that's the case, like you go to the city, everything costs more, rent, everything's more, and anyways, I'm sure you and I will adapt. We happen to be lucky to have a skill set that the world values more than others. So yeah, feel lucky. I really do. Yeah. I mean, if it gets bad, it's still gonna be better for me relative to other people because I've got a job where I can work from home. It pays more than the average job does. There's more opportunities. It's not hit as hard by lockdown and stuff like that. So, yeah, exactly. So, relative to everyone else, we're going to be in a good spot. But it still might get shitty, you know. It still is kind of shitty right now. Yeah. Alright, so hair was fine. Why did all this other stuff get hidden? So I'll just look through each thing and see what it did. For eyes, it should be showing one of the two eyes. I don't know why it would not. If I go to 2, okay, so it says showing eye A, hiding eye B. And yet, I don't see it showing anything here. And it's kind of weird. Okay, male is correctly hidden. This is weird too. This says it's showing, but I don't see nothing. Actually, no, this is even weirder. So this is like it's got... Ow! You know, it's probably messed up because of all the edits I made. That's why. I'm pretty sure that's it. Let me just put everything back on. If I just turn all these things back on from my manual edits, I think I messed it up with my manual edits. I think that's all it is. Yeah, suddenly she's looking good. Now, turn that on. Underneath, what we got? That all seems fine. Okay. So let's go back up here. Let's test out some things. We go north. Go south. Man, I tell you, these shaders really make her calves pop. It looks like a bodybuilder down there. Yeah, I've worked for the game industry before. I'm not a fan of that industry, but I tell you, there's job openings at Unity too. But anyways, the place I'm at, it's a good home. It's I'm an engineering manager for a web team, basically. And I purposefully stayed out of the gaming industry for my day job after experiencing that they generally pay 50% what you would make with the same talents outside of the game industry. And I'm not saying every game programmer is like an immature, less professional, but on average, also I found that the maturity level of game developers is not as good in that industry as well. So, you know, code quality problems and hot shots, you know, saying, oh, hack this together, it works, it's awesome. And then you spend the next week debugging it and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, so let's get her going north. Is that, yeah. Eyes, we can go 0. Yeah, and you know what it is? It's just that there's a lot of people that say, games, that sounds fun, I want to do that for a job. And then the whole supply and demand starts kicking in, and I guess one thing I found is it's not actually that much more enjoyable to write game code for somebody else, their designs, their stuff, as opposed to website code or, you know, business app or phone app, you know, stuff like that. Because like it's more fun for me to write games if it's my game, if it's I get to choose what's going to be in it. Then I'm creating a world, and you know, as opposed to some product design that's not very inspired, that's very risk averse, that's just picking all the things that they know are going to make a successful big budget project, you know. So yeah, I don't know that I would enjoy working on a AAA game as much as I do working on a website. So yeah, and even then I'm not even writing code at work, just managing. Yeah, I totally got the joy in this. Totally got it. I go on vacation and I still want to work on my game the whole time, you know. It's just, alright, so get the mask. This is working well. Hands. Good. Feet. Okay, then there's male and female. So I can switch it to male, but let's check out the female options first. It looks like it won't do the bald option on the hair, so I'll fix that. Cool. Let me see why am I not getting bald hair? I need me some bald hair. So I said if I equals 0, just that's male, female. So it should be I equals 0, continue. And then the path will be 1 plus 4 is 5 and 6. Five, 6, 7. Oh, there's actually 3 options for hair. Which doesn't explain the problem I was having, but let's get that extra option. Don't want to shortchange myself. Oh, wait a minute. I got 4. Oh, there's my bulb. Okay. Awesome. Alright, now let's do male. Oh, you went away. Is this another... No? Okay, so it's hiding legs, top, hair. Okay, those are all hidden. Let's see what it did. Oh, okay, there's the error there. That's probably the cause of everything else not working. Okay, could not find go at male hair 05. So it's male, and hair should be between 1 and 4. So let's fix that. I think it shouldn't be I plus 1, it should just be I, because I'm reserving 0 to be hide everything. So let's try that. There we go. So just make sure you can rotate. Bald, crew, hat. Oh, I guess it's just different hair colors maybe, and maybe a little bit different style. Yeah, he's got a little man bun thing. That's cool. Alright, top. Cat. Top. And then, very cool. So it's either shorts or pants. Those are my 2 options. Okay. So that's neat. Let me try randomize. Uh-oh. What did I do? What did I do? What's the spinny about? I've got no infinite loops in there, so what are you spinning on? Do I have an infinite loop? What are you doing? All I did is click randomize. I just clicked. I know what that code does. And you've just got no business. What? There's nothing in here that would infinite loop. Some random engine bullshit that will make me join the handmade group. See, if you're still on, this is why you would say, screw it, I don't want an engine, I'm going to go with a framework or library. Just stupid stuff like this. When I have to force quit Unity for some mysterious black box problem. And you say, why did it do that? No way you can know. With the engine, you live inside of the engine and you're a guest there. With the library is it's your guest in your house. Alright, what was that shit about? Yeah, I suppose you've got like your direct 2D library and stuff like that, but I mean it's better for me when it's a library with defined APIs and you call them and stuff comes back, and then with the engine you do have all your shit running inside of their code, and it's just harder to figure out what's going on when things don't work. Is your project going to be released as open source? It sounds like it. You said making sure the code is documented and released, so that would be open source. Yeah. Okay, where did the assertion fire? Okay, I think when I'm randomizing the facing direction. Yeah, if I was making something that I thought had kind of reusable value, I think I would be keen to open source. I did open source my first set of games. It was a good approach. I might snippet some of this stuff in here. Just so I'm like building on contributions other people have made. So I do want to give back a little bit, but the downside of open sourcing is there's a certain maintenance to it. So like there has to be some value for me to put it out there, and it has to be something that doesn't suck at my time. On yours? Oh, the Drob one. Yeah, that it did pretty good. Yeah, every once in a while I'll see someone post a long multi-page analysis of some of the algorithms in it, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. It got ported, to some different platforms. Another game company, like back in the early aughts, made a 3D version of it where they used part of the open source code. So yeah, it was worth it for that project. I'm happy too when I look at some of the old code that it doesn't seem like it's gone spaghetti. Rotation. Randomizing the rotation. I think I screwed up on that part. Randomize options. So a number between 0 and 4, and then I subtracted 1 from it. So that was a mistake. I should have just said between 0 and 4. Hold on to that. Okay. Which will give me a number between 0 and 3, which will map to the enum 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, somebody, was it you that gave me a warning on that? No, it was Digital Zombies. Because he's modding, what is it? Some survival out in the woods type of a game, and the developers who put it out there, this game, I wish I could remember the name of it. Hold on. They're upset. They're like, we wanted to keep control of it all. Digital, where you at? Digital. Oh man, I just gotta find. What's it called? The Long Dark, I think it's what it was. The Long Dark. Yeah, that's the game. The Long Dark. They're all grumpy. People are modding it, reversing it, reverse compiling it. So yeah, I mean, I suppose people will reverse engineer mine if it has any kind of popularity. Maybe I should get ahead of it and just say it's all going to be open source anyways. Yeah. I mean, I could worry about protecting that. I think there's probably diminishing returns on the things that you do there. I don't mind modding at all. I do not mind modding. Yeah, it could cannibalize DLC, business options, stuff like that, but I don't believe in that. I think in truth, it tends to expand it. The one thing I would like to prevent is for someone to to sell some kind of reverse engineered thing from it. What I mean is, like, they just, in a very cynical way, not adding to the game, just like grab it, maybe put their own splash screen on the front of it, and then put it in different places and try to sell it, or you say it's the free version, but it's actually riddled with malware and other nastiness, and yeah. Oh, that's cool. So, yeah, Terraria released their code. Huh. I know this is possible, but do you think it happens very often in real life that someone would take a paid game and... You know it does. It has to. They'd take a paid game, then they'd redistribute it on torrents. This is the free version. And inside of it, it's going to be some malware. Some kind of nasty shit. I guess if anything, those people would be helping me sell the real game. But I just hate the idea that I'd have some kind of crappy version of my software redistributed. Yeah. I'm going to have to think my release strategy. I might be temperamentally and morally well suited to the Terraria approach. I mean, that's what I did with Drod. It worked out great for me. So yeah, maybe that's a good way to go. I'll have to think about it some more. I just don't like things that kind of sap at my time. That's the only thing maybe holds me back from releasing open source stuff. Okay, so I fixed that. That should be fixed. Let me see. I'm going to save this too. I haven't saved it in a while. Is that female? I think it is. Kind of looks like it's just giving me mail. Yeah, it's not picking the female gender. Between 0 and 1. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's exclusive on this last one. So let's fix that. There we go. Alright, and now for extra fun, I'm just gonna I want to end the stream by like randomizing an entire crowd at one time. But let me prefab this first. Let's go into... Cool. Alright, so if I say, give me all the bystanders. Give me all the bystanders. Yeah, let's just randomize them all. It worked. Alright, let's go check them out. I know, I'm amazed at like the ingenuity. I mean, in the end, the assembly code is there. I mean, you can never hide the whole thing. Not the assembly code, but the machine code is there. So you can always disassemble. Okay, so here we go. Crowd of people. All slightly different. Everyone a snowflake. I guess it's a little bit sad that the camera is so far away, and it has to be for the game, because I can't see all the nice little details about these guys. But they look fine. They look like how I hoped. I've got a way to drop little random people on the scene real quick. There's some more updates I can make. I think with animations, having some more varied idle animations, they'll look more like a crowd of people going about their business and all that. Yeah, and the modeler, he was pretty good about staying low poly. You know, I'm happy with what he gave me. I'm happy with what I've got here. I know that there's a little more information I kind of wish the player could see, but I'm not going to sacrifice what the game is about in order to do it, in order to show that. And here and there will be like certain angles where you can see more of the detail. Like if you're underneath a platform where somebody's standing, then you'll see a few more of those details. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I can make them all run away from me. Run away, people! Run away! Run away! Yeah, some kind of maniac chasing around crowds of people. Very dark here, hard to see them. Run, 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 run. Okay. This has been a nice stream. Drifters, I was glad you popped in. Always nice talking. I'm gonna go kick back, have a few vodkas, and play some Manifold Garden, and maybe later on make some pork stir fry for me and my wife. And yeah. So have a good evening, sir. I'll talk to you later. Z, if you're still lurking, good to see you. Anyone else there, I'll see you. Stopping the stream. All right, Drifter, see ya.